Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mark Destiny, and this is the Wrestling with Destiny Raw Review Show. A lot of things happened last night. Charlotte Flair was suspended and fined $100K. Matt Riddle defeats Randy Orton clean. T-Bar and Mace are unmasked, and a lot more. We get it right into it right after the introduction.
Looking for the news, I'm the one you need to see. AEW, NXT, and WWE. In and out the rope so we can keep it in the ring. For the business, I'm like great because it turned me to a fiend. I super kicks it to your HBK 9-7. From the same city as Knoxville, Cincinnati, where I'm rapping. 1, 2, 3, ding, you won't last. You are tuned into the Wrestling with Destiny podcast.
Now let's get into the first match of the night. The Viking Raiders versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Now let me just tell you, oh how the mighty have fallen, no pun intended. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin had no entrance for this match. The Viking Raiders come out with an entrance, they're happy-go-lucky. I don't want to see that really. I want to see angry Viking Raiders. Make them go heel too. Everybody heel. Heels everywhere. All the champions are heel. Heels everywhere. I don't want to see happy Viking Raiders. I want to see angry Viking Raiders. Do you get me? They're Vikings. I want to see War Machine. Do you get me? Now let's get into this match. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander face Eric and Ivar in a rematch from their encounter on last week's show. Benjamin and Eric started for their teams. Surprisingly, Benjamin overpowered the Vikings and brought in Alexander for a double team. The former members of the Hurt Business maintained control with the quick tags to keep themselves fresh. Eric uncorked a huge right hand so he could tag in Ivar. The big man missed a splash and allowed Alexander and Benjamin to regain the upper hand almost immediately. A few moments later, the Viking Raiders were able to turn things around and get the win with the Viking experience. How do you go from being in the best segments on Raw, the best group on Raw, tag team champions, to you don't even have an entrance on the show? Wow. Vince McMahon, what is wrong with you, sir? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You have any answers, people? Leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, like, share, subscribe this video so we can grow this podcast channel to another level. I thank you in advance. And I'll thank you in the comment section too. All you gotta do is let me know, and I will thank you. There's people on there I talk to. I thank them for subscribing, and I love that. I love them for that. Just giving you some heads up. Thank you in advance. We're going to get into more of the show. Okay, now, there was words that Braun Strowman was supposed to go against Randy Orton. And I told you guys how I didn't want to see that. I mean, Randy is cool. He's been a non-stop factor on Raw these past couple years. But Braun Strowman is just boring. So, that didn't happen. And I was happy about it. I'd rather see Matt Riddle versus Randy Orton than Braun Strowman versus Randy Orton. I mean, during the backstage interview, Randy Orton was interrupted by Riddle. Orton immediately went to Adam Pearce and demanded a match despite having no idea who Riddle was, that's a joke, obviously. The Viper took control, but when he went for a suplex, Riddle countered into a sleeper. Orton pulled him off his back by his hair. Riddle went right back to the same hold, so Orton backed him into the corner. Riddle went for the third time. The Legend Killer dropped onto his back to break the hold, but Riddle grabbed him for a fourth time. Riddle forced Orton to roll out of the ring. Orton caught Riddle's kick from the apron and tripped him before dropping him onto the announce table. We came back from a commercial, obviously. Commercial breaks out in the matches. Tired of seeing that. We come back from a commercial to see Orton stomping on Riddle's feet repeatedly. That has to hurt because Riddle doesn't wear any boots, man. I don't know. Man, it was cool at first, but man, get some boots, dog. Get some boots. The Bro fired back with some strikes before the Viper planted him with the power slam for a 2 count. Orton followed up with the vertical suplex and a thumb to the eye when Riddle tried to mount a comeback. The former MMA fighter uploaded with a series of punches and forearms, but one Irish rip into the corner from Orton put him back down. The legend killer hit the ring post when Riddle avoided a shoulder in the corner, allowing the U.S. champion to get in some offense. The Bro was able to avoid the RKO and rolled Orton up with the sunset pin. How great is that? Matt Riddle defeats Randy Orton clean. Good, because they've been washing Matt Riddle these past couple weeks, man. I don't know if he did something backstage or what, but they've been washing his ass. And I'm kind of sick of like the joke around Matt Riddle. I know he's a quote-unquote stoner, and bro, but make him more seriously, man. He is an MMA fighter. Like, make him whoop some ass, man. One day when they turn Matt Riddle heel, he will be the best he's ever been in his career. I think that's the truth. I think that's a fact. Once Matt Riddle becomes heel, it will be going down. That he fuck around and get the World Heavyweight Championship when he turn heel. You agree with me? Let me know. Leave comments down in the comments section. Let me know. Our next match on Raw this week, Lana and Naomi versus Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. I don't want to see this match. Don't care about the match, but I'll talk to it with you guys just in case you do. Naomi started this tag match against Nia Jax. She hit a few kicks before tagging in Lana. Jax overpowered both women when they went for a double Irish rip, but when Neon Warriors managed to keep her under control with quick tags and a few double team moves. They went for a suplex, and Jax ended up suplexing both of them instead. I figured that would happen. She's huge. They can't lift her. Shayna Baszler tagged and then leveled Lana for a 2 count. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke came out and played a few embarrassing clips of Jax as a distraction. I don't even know why they did this. I don't want to see Mandy Rose and damn sure Dana Brooke, man. They need to do something with these women. Like, turn all of them heel. I know, guys. I keep saying turn everybody heel. I really like heel wrestlers because they get to do more. They get to talk more. All this happy-go-lucky stuff. Like, I really don't like it. It's just real cheesy and corny to me. Anyway, Jax angrily ignored a tag from Baszler and went off after Rose and Broke, leaving her partner high and dry. Naomi got the tag and hit a double facebuster with Lana for the win. Honestly, I hate the facebuster move when they use it. I really loved when X-Pac did it. People that do it now, it just looks sloppy. It doesn't look real at all. Then there was a backstage segment with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler told Nia Jax, get your shit together pretty much, or else. Thank you, Shayna Baszler. You need to leave this tag team. I've said it before. You should be doing bigger and better things. This is holding you back. I don't want to see it no more. I don't. I'm cool on it. Anyway, the next match was Elias versus Kofi Kingston. Ask me, do I care? No, I don't. But I will tell you guys what happened in the match, just in case you do. All right? Elias and Jackson Riker were back for another performance, but once again, the New Day interrupted them. This time, Xavier Woods was playing bass instead of a trombone. Elias hit Kofi Kingston with a running knee as soon as the bell rang for a quick 2 count. That running knee is a bad motherfucker. I really like that. It kind of reminded me of the V-Trigger a little bit. But anyway, they need to make that his finishing move, I think. He stayed on the former WWE champion and grounded him with strikes. Woods distracted him with some bass notes so Kingston can take control. Elias dropped him across the top rope to stop him in his tracks. Kingston recovered and hit a flying crossbody for a near fall. They screwed up the SOS, but eventually hit it for a close 2 count. Elias countered a Hurricane Rana and hit a flying elbow for the clean win. Yeah, Elias won the match. Who cares? They're not going to do nothing with him. They dropped the ball with Elias a long time ago. They could have made him a new age, honky-tonk Jeff Jarrett type of guy, gave him the IC title. Didn't do none of that. Now he's just there looking stupid like he's been doing, looking stupid for forever. I don't get it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Our next match on WWE Raw last night. Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman versus Mace and T-Bar. I'm so happy that Braun Strowman is in this match and not the match with Randy Orton, even though I don't care about Braun Strowman or Mason T-Bar. And I'm starting not to care about Drew McIntyre. I told you I want to see the guy turn heel. But I'll let you know what happened in this match and give you my thoughts. Drew McIntyre came to the ring as soon as the show started to call out MVP for orchestrating an attack on him last week with T-Bar and Mace. It didn't take long for MVP to come out for a response. He said McIntyre was just mad that Bobby Lashley put him out at WrestleMania and told him to expect an unexpected. MVP said Mace and T-Bar are not associated with the Hurt Business, but McIntyre did not believe him. I mean, why would you believe him? When they came out right at the match, you feel me? The Scottish Warrior approached MVP, but before he reached him, Mace and T-Bar attacked him again. They hit a double choke slam as MVP looked on. They walked right past him on the ramp as they headed to the back. After a break, McIntyre asked Pierce to book a fight against Mace and T-Bar. Now, I already knew this was going to happen. Book a fight. He want to fight him. It is what it is. I mean, why wouldn't you? I guess. But he didn't have a tag team partner. So he got to find one. So it started off as a handicap match. Anyway, the handicap match got started at the top of the third hour. McIntyre went right after T-Bar and brought him into a neutral corner to beat him down. T-Bar made the tag and Mace nailed a huge uppercut for a 2 count. The former Retribution member started to dominate the former WWE champion. McIntyre hit a spine buster for a 2 count as he started to rally. Mace and T-Bar double-teamed him until the ref called for the bell. That is when Braun Strowman's music hit, and he came out to make the save. After a break, we returned to see this has turned into a tag team match. Yeah, a tag team match. What do you know? I would have never guessed that. McIntyre smiled as the monster among men destroyed Mace. Eventually, Mace and T-Bar took the big man down. McIntyre tagged in and ripped Mace's mask off. He used it as a weapon against Mace and got himself disqualified. Strowman ripped off T-Bar's mask before they left. Now, I talked to you guys Saturday on the Wrestling with Destiny podcast about if they're going to bring Mace and T-Bar in, they need to take them dumbass masks off, get new ring attire, get new entrance music. So I guess they're going to do that. Now, I know they didn't hear my podcast, but if you guys like, subscribe, and share, maybe they will when they get enough views. I appreciate it. So, their masks are gone. I mean, who cares? Who cares? They ruined Retribution a long time ago. And they had promising before they all was shown and came together when they were just coming in, wrecking everything, turning stuff up. I was like, ooh, who is this? And they had all these different members, midgets, tall people, fat people, skinny people. Never did know who they was, but we got to figure out who they was and, they just ruined it. Next, The Miz versus Damian Priest. The Miz was out next with Maurice on an episode of Miz TV. John Morrison was nowhere to be seen as Miz started talking about making Bad Bunny a household name. He even took credit for Bunny's tour selling out. He and Maurice also bragged about their reality show ratings. Do people really watch that? My wife, she was watching it. This is a funny story. So my wife was watching Miz and Maurice. Okay, just because she knew the Miz was was a wrestler because she sees me watch it. So she said the show was very funny. And on this episode, the Miz was looking for a wrestler toy, Moonbelly. The Moonbelly Kamala toy that's worth a lot of money. So he was getting the toy for Zack Ryder when he was still in the company. So he found a toy and he bought it and gave it to Zack Ryder. So my wife, for my birthday, went in search for this Kamala toy. And she thought she got the moon belly, but she got the star belly, which is only like worth a couple $100, right? So she told me, she's like, I got you something, but I'm kind of embarrassed. I said, all right, it's cool for my birthday. So I opened it up and it's a Kamala, right? And she told me that she found that toy because of watching the Miz Maurice show. And she never watched the show after that because she got the wrong Kamala. Just a story. My wife just buys things that she think I like from the stuff that I watch, which is a good thing to do. I still have the Kamala, and I'm going to keep that bitch because I know it will be worth some money in the future. It's worth a couple $100 right now. So, thanks, babe. Anyway, they flirted with each other and kissed as fireworks went off in the Thunderdome. The Miz plugged an upcoming WWE documentary about him and tried to propose a toast to himself, but Damian Priest interrupted, as he should. I like Damian Priest. I hope they don't fuck him up. The Archer of Infamy, I don't know what that means, made a joke about The Miz being about as real of a fighter as Jake Paul before he mocked him for losing his pants last week. Somehow, someway, I feel like they're going to bring Jake Paul into WWE. I can see it. Maurice ended up accepting a challenge for her husband's behalf. Priest started off strong and immediately put the A-lister on defense. A distraction from Maurice allowed The Miz to throw him into the barricade. He nailed Priest with a double axe handle from the top rope and a series of punches. Priest blocked the it kicks, Daniel Bryan's kicks, with an elbow strike and hit a senton from the middle rope. After kicking out of a dirty pin, Priest hit his finisher for the win. Now, I like Damian Priest's finisher. I like Damian Priest, man. I do. I don't like the hairstyle. That hairstyle's crazy, right? But whatever floats your boat, I guess, man. The match was cool. I really don't care for the Miz that much anymore. I like Hill Miz back when SmackDown Live was out and Talking Smack, the original one, with Renee Young and Daniel Bryan, and he did that promo. Yeah, that was good. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear any kids in the background, I apologize. That are my kids, my babies. They're watching TV and they're enjoying themselves. I know they're not going to be quiet because they are babies. So keep in mind that if you hear babies, they're just my kids enjoying themselves. And don't be rude about my children. Thank you. Now, the Asuka versus Charlotte match. Okay? Now, Charlotte gave a promo during the first hour where she called the women backstage rats who don't actually like each other, which is probably a fact. Asuka and Rhea Ripley came out, but nothing much happened from there. I mean, Asuka couldn't get a word in because Charlotte just kept talking. That shit was hilarious. And she said, "Charlotte, shut up, you bitch." Fucking hilarious. The Queen and the Empress finally met in the main event of the evening. They locked up and came to a stalemate a few times before Asuka finally took control with some kicks up to the body. Charlotte avoided a hip strike and nailed her with the boot to the face. Both women went down after a hard neck breaker on an apron. It was hard to tell who was supposed to come out on top in that one. I guess. We returned from a break moments before Asuka began to build some momentum. She hit a nice German suplex and a running kick for a close 2 count. Now, Asuka's German suplex is I love German suplexes. It's one of my favorite wrestling moves after the power driver and the power bomb. Like, I love, and remember Taz's suplex back in the day? I forgot, it might be called a T-bone suplex. When he take your shit like this and he flip you back, or the one he used to take your leg up under like this. Some people still do that though. I think Bailey uses it. I think Sami Zayn uses it too. But that's one of my favorite suplexes. Charlotte avoided the Asuka lock and applied the figure 8. Ripley caused her to break the hold while the ref was checking on Asuka, and that allowed the Empress to roll Charlotte up for the win. The Queen attacked the official after the match and beat him down, even two other refs couldn't make her stop until she wanted to. Now, Charlotte was suspended. It was fined $100K. Results to this. Now, I'm wondering if Charlotte is suspended, really, I wonder if this is going to be a part of a storyline, or how long she will be suspended. It's kind of weird that she came back with fire like this with the promos and then just get suspended from this storyline. I wonder if the Andrade thing has anything to do with that. I mean, who knows? But we'll see. Overall, guys, Raw is just boring to me, man. I try to watch it. I do watch it just so I can do my podcast on it and do my Raw review shows, but the show's just not up to par to what I would like it to be. They just got a lot of work to do. I mean, it's the beginning of a new season, quote unquote, they would say. And it's just not, it has no to it. There's no strong storylines. There's just nothing. There was no Bray Wyatt tonight, no Fiend. You had Alexa Bliss talking about Lily. Who the hell is Lily? Guess we're going to figure that out. Lily's probably her. So I don't know. But there's no Bray Wyatt. Where the hell is Bray? Where's the Fiend? They didn't finish none of that. I guess he's reinventing himself again. Who fucking knows? You killed the Fiend. The Fiend was fucking great. You ruined him. Just like you ruined the regular Bray Wyatt, the Eaters of Worlds. You ruined the Wyatt family when you broke them up. Y'all killed this guy. So, let me know, guys. Tell me what you thought about Raw this week. Leave some comments in the comment section. Any questions you have for me, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Thank you for tuning in to Mark Destiny, Wrestling with Destiny Raw Review Show. I'm signing out. Tap in or tap out. Just like that.